Robert Kiyosaki. I've been an entrepreneur for most of my life, and I guess I'm best known for being an author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a true story, but my real dad was the head of education for the state of Hawaii, PhD, great guy. But being a school teacher, he was broke all the time. Teachers don't know much about money. That's why they work for the government. And my rich dad was an entrepreneur, he's my best friend's father, and he started teaching me at the age of 9 how to be an entrepreneur and how to be an investor. And he started very simply by playing the game of Monopoly with us over and over and over. And we all know the formula for great wealth. It's 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. And so today, I've never grown up. I still play Monopoly. Now that the economy is completely destroyed, it's really a good time because this is now when the bargains come out. So I'm still playing Monopoly. When I went on Oprah's program in the summer of 2000, I was unknown. Nobody knew me. My book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, was self-published. And then Oprah read the book, and she called, and she says, when you go on the program? And I was in Australia at the time. So I flew all the way back from Australia to Chicago to go on the Oprah show, and I just walked on. It was just like this, 2 people talking for about 1 hour. At the end of the program, she says, I just sold 1 million copies of your book. I went, holy mackerel. So when you figure I made $5 a book net on the margin, that was $5 million. I never made so much money in 1 hour. So today I love Oprah. But more importantly, since she syndicated all over the world, Rich Dad, Poor Dad was picked up all over the world. So today I have publishers all over the world, and I have businesses in certain parts of the world. So Oprah, I love her because she made me something I was not, well known, and then she spread the message of Rich Dad all over the world. And my second book, which is probably as impactful, I would say, it's called The Cash Flow Quadrant. And it's about the 4 people that make up, or the 4 different types of people that make up the world of business. The E quadrant is employee, and you can be a janitor or a CEO. For instance, Rick Wagner of General Motors, he's still an employee of General Motors. And they all say the same words. Employees always say, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. On the S side, stands for self-employed, small business, or specialist, like a doctor or a lawyer. And their words are always the same too. They always say, if you want it done right, do it by yourself, right? And then the B quadrant stands for big business, 500 employees or more. And a big business owner is always looking for the best people that money can buy. They want a great team. And the I quadrant is the investor, and they want the highest return on investment. So one of the reasons I love real estate is I get to use other people's money. And in the B quadrant, I use other people's time. So the 2 leverage factors are other people's time and other people's money. So that's what my rich dad taught me. By playing Monopoly was how to be a business owner and an I, and to have people and money work for me. And my poor dad was the person that worked for money. He worked hard all his life, good, hard-working man. But he did well, but he never understood money. We had fast cars and very fast women, and we took our mind off of the business. And the business came crashing down. So when people asked me, was it undercapitalization, was it this, was it that? I said, no, it was good-looking women. The most fun 3 years of my life. I highly recommend it. But I was depressed for about 5, 6 years because I had to pay back. I didn't declare bankruptcy. I paid back the money. So I spent the next, it was $1 million, and I just kept chugging away, making the money. And so one of the reasons I became a good entrepreneur was actually straightening out the company, figuring out what I did wrong, mistakes I made. And I couldn't pay back the $1 million as an employee. So it kind of forced me to stay as an entrepreneur and become a better entrepreneur. So the failure was really a great thing in the end. So today I'm not afraid of failing because every time I fail, at minimum, I'm going to get smarter. And when I get smarter, I make more money next time. And that's what an entrepreneur does. I look at entrepreneurship as a lifetime project. I'll never stop. I'm never going to retire. I don't have a 401k. I don't want one. I don't need one. And I do it not because of the money. I have more than enough money. I do it because of personal development, of the challenge, of education, of how good can I be. So I can't say that about being a football star because, by the time you're 30 years old, you're too old for football. But I can keep going as an entrepreneur for the rest of my life. So my advice is, look at it as a lifetime profession. And always look at getting better. Don't get smaller, get better. I wouldn't make it as an entrepreneur if I had a wife who was into job security and benefits and a 401k. We'd be divorced in a split second. So the biggest reward was to meet my wife Kim, and love lasts so long. I will always love Kim, but my respect for her went up. And marriages die. It's not because of love is gone, but respect's gone. Like I know women who have lost respect for their husbands because they really haven't done anything. They sit, play golf, and watch football. And then if you lose respect, you don't lose love, but you can lose respect. So the greatest thing was meeting my wife Kim, and the love is stronger, but the respect is stronger. And we've grown together, and I wouldn't be here without her.